Now, John, for you as a writer and as a musician and now as the singer of the band, where is the line? And this is one of these yin-yang questions. It's a, kind of stupid oddball question, but where is the line for you between sounding like the Babies and between being the singer of the Babies? Because, you can do the impression. There's no question you can do the impression. All people have to do is go to YouTube and see that you can, note for note, do the old stuff. But I don't imagine that is super satisfying for a singer and a creative person such as yourself.
So, very good question. Thank you for that. It's actually very seamless and pretty easy. So, like I said, back in the days when I was really doing most of my writing and growing up writing, if I had to name my top singers, John Waite's in my top 5, right? So sure. Robert Plant's always in there, Daryl Hall is in there, Steve Perry's in there, Lou Graham's in there, John Waite's in there. There you go. There's my top 5 singers that I really, I won't say patterned my voice after. I have to throw 6 in there. Frankie Valli was out of this world, sure. And he taught me how do my falsetto, and actually did teach me a little bit because my mother knew Frankie. So, and actually my wife Holly did a couple of shows with Frankie. But yeah, so it's very odd. You see the two of us together, and it's anyway. Those are my top 5 singers, so it's very seamless because I think I bring a little bit of each of that into what my own individual personal style. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of easy to go. Yeah, yes, I would love to be able to go and do another Babies record where I get to put my stamp on it. Right. At some point we might be doing, we're toying with doing a live record of the catalog, right? Okay. Even doing like a live anthology record. Nice. So, that could happen. You could see us maybe doing a new record and, retreading some of the other hits, and put our own stamp on it. That's been bandied about. But you're right. I mean, I have my creative outlet, but honestly, I really, really dig being able to getting on stage and singing these songs and watching the reaction that comes back from the fans. That's where it's all at. I mean, going off and doing records, that's all great, but playing out in front of the fans is really where I get off on it. So.
Sure. How are the hits? And I say this specifically about the hits, Isn't It Time and whatnot. How are the hits different for you now personally that you have to present them professionally versus the old days when you're singing them in the shower or whatnot?
Yeah, to know me is to know that I kind of don't half-ass anything. So if I'm singing in the shower, I'm singing as hard as I'm singing on a stage. Maybe a little bit harder with the adrenaline pumping, but I don't like to noodle. I've got a very compressive kind of voice, so when I'm going to let it rip, I'm going to let it rip. So right. It's loud, and that's where I get my bite. So I don't, it's pretty much, I'm either going to do it, or I'm not, and so, it's, you get all or nothing really, so I have a good time doing it. It's certainly fun, anyway. So.
Very cool, man. Well, you guys are on tour. I will be catching you guys when you play Akron, Ohio here next month. What can everybody expect from the band on this tour?
So we're in the midst of it right now. It's kind of like Weekend Warriors. We're hitting, a town near you. I don't know. I think by the end of the summer, going into fall, we probably will have hit about 8 or 9 states, which is pretty cool. But we played the Tangier last year. It was a great crowd. We had a great time doing it. We expect to see all of you back. You're going to get maybe a few new songs that you haven't heard, or new old songs. We're actually introducing a few more deep cuts from the catalog, as well as playing, typically we'll play a couple, 1, 2, 3 songs off of the record that we just put out last year. But you're going to get a lot of energy, right? And we're actually hitting it pretty well right now. So it's another year more under our belt. The last few shows that we've done, we've played in front of 17,000 people, fronting for Rick Springfield, and 3,500 people playing with Sweet and Lita Ford, and so the reactions are great, and that just pumps us up a little bit more. And, we've got another year under our belt. So we're starting to, really gel even more. And, you get that little show product going a little bit where, we keep everything rolling. So, more of the same, just a little bit more heavy, having a good time doing it.
Very cool. Where can people go online to find out more about the Babies?
You can go to our website at thebabiesofficial.com, or you could go to The Babies Official on Facebook, or tweet The Babies at Twitter, and I think The Babies Official as well on Instagram. So follow us all over the place. We're really launching, and thanks to Jenn Mitchell who set this up, doing some really cool PR stuff right now to really get the word out. I mean, we need people like you and the people who are listening to really let everybody know that the Babies are back, because without you, there isn't anything. But if we don't have social media being able to hit it, we're certainly not mainstream right now where we're on a Kimmel show or a Fallon show. So somehow, some way, the word needs to get out, because I guarantee you, all you got to do is try it. And once you do, you're going to be hooked. You're going to love what we do. So we're hitting it pretty hard, and look for us in a city near you.
Very cool.
And I greatly thank you for your time, Chris.
Oh, no problem, man. Well, as a tradition on the show, man, we always let the artist pick a closing track from the band to wrap it up. So what should we wrap it up with? And maybe tell us a quick story about it.
So you have the whole catalog that
yes,
you can
sir.
play?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is, I'm getting the hair raising right now. So I went through, like I said, 3 months of auditions, and it was, at the end, there were, they say there were hundreds of people that were auditioning, but at the end of the day, there were 3 or 4 of us that were really vying for the position. And our classic songs that we were basically singing, we were singing to Head First and to Isn't It Time. And so, back and forth, this guy's first, this guy's second, you're first, you're second, you're third, you're fifth. It's like, where are we, where are we? I was in my car, and I was just having a quiet moment with myself. And, sometimes when you get into that, a lot of people can call it, different things. You could be in a meditative state. There could be, you could be in a spiritual state, whatever. I was in that moment. And I just had this real warmth kind of come over me. And I was feeling that, everything's going to be cool. And, for most of my life, I got fairly close to, I got a couple of independent record deals back in the day. I had some decent success doing Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ Superstar all over the country and doing some things like that. But at the end of the day, I really, really wanted to front a rock band that really had a catalog of hits, and the Babies was perfect for me. I really wanted it. So I'm sitting down, very quiet. I feel a warmth come over me. And all of a sudden, and I'm listening to this whole catalog, getting my fingers underneath the music, because if I'm going to be playing bass, I need to know where everything is. And all of a sudden, Gonna Be Somebody comes on, and I really start feeling it, and then I get a phone call. And the phone call is, you're the new singer of the Babies, and it happened on Gonna Be Somebody. So I would pick that song, and maybe we'll do that one in a town near you at some point.
All right, well, let's check it out right now. This is the Babies right here on your Classic Metal Show.
Gonna be somebody.